Nice.
It was on before I turned it off, but calling the March 31st, 2026 City of Brentwood Architectural Review Board meeting to order. We're calling the roll. Chair Matt Foreman here, Carl Carlin,
Here.
Paul Turner.
Here.
Approval of minutes, February 19th. Comment?
I don't have any questions. It was quite an active meeting.
Do I have a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Second. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, old business. We have one item of old business, but they have requested to postpone until the April meeting. New business, not,
We do need a motion to continue it to the April 23rd meeting.
thank you. Do I have a motion?
Oh, I'm sorry. Not April
April
23rd,
16th.
April 16th.
Is there anything we need to know about this postponement other than that it is a postponement?
No, the applicant's out of town, and so is her architect. So they asked to postpone to the 16th.
And I had one other question. How long can they use that strategy? Is there a time limit on postponing on their end?
Well,
Like if
we
it comes
will
up
have
on
to
April
renotice
16th and they're
it.
postponing and they're
Yeah.
postponing, like what
We
happens?
will renotice it for the public. But that would be a legal question we would have to follow up on. But they have indicated that they will be here, that the architect will be presenting on the homeowner's behalf on the 16th.
Do they plan to submit a drawing prior to the meeting? Okay.
I have requested that they bring painted tile samples for a real-world idea of what the colors will represent.
Move to postpone that discussion until the April 16th meeting.
Second. I'm going to do a roll call vote on that one. Matt Foreman, yes. Carl Carlin,
Yes.
Paul Turner,
Yes.
so moved. Right, on to new business 9416 Sonora. Is the applicant here with us, please?
I am Alex Blaze with Blaze Architects. I don't know if my coworker Tim is in the chat. Yes, he is.
Online, I have unmuted him.
So the project is a fairly straightforward addition of a screen porch as well as a demolition of existing deck replaced with a new deck on the rear of the home.
Got Google Maps up. If we go to Street View, we can see where the street view is. All right, I'm going over there then. All right, we have images that were submitted. Left. Right. Front. Left. This is pertinent right here. Rear is probably the most pertinent. So I'll pull up your plans if you want to talk us through them just briefly.
Yep. Tim, did you want to talk about those or?
Sure, that'd be fine. So we have a, let me bring up my plans real quick. We have a approximately 13'7" by 20-foot screen porch to avoid having to affect the windows that look into the kitchen, and then a new deck on the west side.
So it's coming off, there's an existing small deck and a tree. You're coming off where the doors are currently, correct?
That's correct.
And then the windows, the tiered windows are staying.
Those are staying. Yeah. Yeah, if you zoom in on that that screen porch on the right side, you can see I have that 8-inch column as close as possible to those windows without affecting them.
Elevations. I hate to say it. The only thing I noticed was you have it looks like a gas fireplace, but there was no exterior vent on the back. Is it going out the top or is it going out the back?
That is a vent-free fireplace.
Okay. Any questions from board members?
Materials noted?
I
I assume it's
believe
match existing or?
we're matching the existing house, the existing addition with the white vinyl siding and cellular PVC for the corner trim.
Doesn't look from the elevation like we're high enough above grade to try to get closure underneath.
Yeah, when I saw the back picture, it doesn't, I wouldn't worry about that.
The only person online is our architect, so no one in the chamber, so no public comment.
So the obvious big question is how do you make it not look like an addition to an addition, right? So, are you re-roofing the previous addition, or are you just trying to? How you like getting the new shingles to work with the old shingles? They look like they're coplanar. In the
They are coplanar. We are going to try to match as closely as possible, and if it doesn't, we'll discuss with the client of re-roofing the kitchen dining room addition.
and so there's looks like there's is it vinyl siding on the existing,
Yes.
and so you're gonna add the same white vinyl siding where siding occurs to match it.
Is there any that's there? I thought it was screened.
There will not be new siding next to old siding. When it transitions to the screen porch, there will be a 8-inch by 8-inch column, and then the only siding that's on the only siding that we are adding is on the chimney, is on the fireplace box chimney, which would be 20 feet away.
But that's also it's intended to be the same color or a different color.
Yes, same color, same. I believe this is 4 or 4.5-inch exposure. Yeah, 4.5-inch exposure vinyl siding.
Okay. And then is there a new gutter going all the way along the long side, the other side that's from what's showing here?
There's an existing gutter right now. I imagine the contractor is just going to run a entirely new gutter along that whole
Yeah, I mean,
section.
ultimately it's in the back of the house. You're not going to see it from the street. It's not a major impact on neighbors who also aren't present, so don't seem concerned. I just, for the benefit of anyone else who would care, it feels like any effort to make it feel like not an addition to an addition would go a long way, right? So like we're not going to mandate that you rip the shingles off the existing thing, but the gutter going continuous is one thing, the siding being the same sizing and the same color is another. Those would be my thoughts.
Right.
So on that line, just to go, as I'm looking at that elevation, we had, I think this view's probably the closest. Concrete here with the siding, but, so that remains exposed concrete. And then how are we painting out the trim boards?
What do you mean by painting out?
So that deck board there, without going to the keyed notes, what color is that versus the siding and the existing corner trim on the siding?
Oh, that would be painted white.
Okay. I don't have anything to annotate, so we've got all the colors covered up here.
I would move to approve as submitted.
Second.
Calling the roll. Matt Foreman, yes. Carl Carlin?
Yes.
Paul Turner? Yes.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. You get to go see him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And our next one, I believe, also asked for an extension. Do we need another motion?
Yes, we will need a continuance to the April 16th meeting.
So the next one is 8718 Eulalie, which are one of the two empty lots down the block from the fire station on the same side.
Correct.
I would,
Up second. But I knew what you were going to say.
Well, somebody's got to make a motion. We can't just have a
I'll
second.
move to table 8717.
Continue.
Continue.
To the April 16th meeting.
Until the April 16th meeting. Will it be old business then, or will it be new business?
Will be old business.
Okay.
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Building Official Directors Report, April 16th, 5 items.
I did not get the list of all those 5 items, but we do have the continuation of 2002 South Brentwood and 8718 Eulalie. So,
Mine would be the same, yeah. We've got cases that's coming in like mad.
Springtime, everybody wants to get in the ground.
It is.
All right. Move to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn. Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Recording